What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Hustling with D. I'm your host, D. Before we get into today's episode, do me a favor, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell. I feel like I do provide fantastic information for you, so a little return, hit me with that, costs you nothing, right? Only helps out this channel. So today we're going to talk a bit about FBA, right? Fulfillment by Amazon, e-commerce, however you really want to look at it, that's fine. I want to talk about some struggles with FBA, and also just some general thoughts or just some things you can do to kind of, if you want to get into it, some things you should be aware of, okay? So, what is one thing I always talk about on this channel? Cash flow, right? People say cash is king. That is wrong. Cash flow is king, okay? Meaning, you need money to be constantly coming into your account, right? You need to be able to spend that money, okay? It's great to say I have $10,000 in future money, right? Future income, but it's a hell of a lot nicer to have $10,000 in actual income, in realized income, right? So, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do things that don't immediately provide cash flow for you. What I'm saying is you should also do things that immediately provide cash flow for you. So if you want to do FBA, just be aware it's a bit of a cash flow nightmare, okay? At least early on. And that's kind of what I've experienced. Right now, I have $2,000 sitting in my account that I need. And unfortunately, I don't have access to it yet. Now, it will be a couple of weeks, okay? I will get access to it. It's not the end of the world. But what it's not is every week or any time I need money, I could just pull it out. Okay, so that's something that you really want to think about and you want to be aware of. The other thing, and this is potentially maybe a non-starter for a lot of people, okay? There are people out there who are going to tell you that you can get started with FBA for $500, all right? They're not wrong. Just know that if you get started with $500, it's probably going to take you a year before you're able to touch any of your profits, okay? And your margin for error when you start with $500 is so slim, right? Because let's say you make some money, you're at like 700, and then you're like, well, I'm gonna buy like 3 products. So you put 300, 200, another 200 to another product. Now let's say that 300 winds up being a terrible product. It's sitting, it's not selling. You have a nightmare on your hands, right? However, if you start with $10,000 and that's dispersed over, let's say 100 products, your risk is reduced dramatically, right? And I'm not saying you couldn't fail with $10,000. Obviously you could, and of course people do. What I'm saying is that it's going to be significantly easier to succeed if you start with $10,000. What's probably a good number to get going on the lower end, I would say 2,000. I would say if you're really serious about it and it's not just a part-time side hustle, you want to make a lot of money with it, I'd recommend a minimum of $2,000. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Remember, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.